Story 1. Wife of 15 years admitted to cheating. I am dead inside. My wife and I have been together for 15 years. She recently admitted to cheating on me. It was early in the relationship. Maybe around the first year. We were in a rough patch. It was bad for a few weeks. But eventually we made up and everything was fine again. We spent the next 15 years building a life together. During that time, we both went back to school and received 2 degrees, 4 total between us. We moved in together. We got engaged. We got married. We bought a house. We had kids. And then one day, she calls me into the room. She's sitting on the couch. She's crying. I don't know why. She tells me, totally out of the blue, that she cheated on me. It was during that rough patch in the first year. She just couldn't hold it in anymore. She wanted there to be no secrets between us. I wasn't mad. That was a little strange. I thought I should be outraged. I figured it was because I loved her so much. Love conquers all. So I thought that I forgave her. I did feel a strange, subtle sensation. I didn't understand it at the time. So I ignored it. As the days and months went on, I started to lose interest in things that I enjoyed. I stopped doing projects around the house. I didn't talk much to my wife. I was just going through the motions. It gets a tiny bit worse every day. Almost imperceptibly so. Now I understand what that feeling was. That weird subtle twinge deep inside me. It was my heart breaking. I am hopelessly depressed. My marriage is a sham. And my life is a lie. I've spent my entire adult life pouring everything I had into this relationship. Only to find out that she poisoned it way back at the starting line. I don't want much out of life. My parents split up when I was very little because one of them cheated. And I had a terrible childhood because of it. My goal in life, ever since I was a teenager, was to rebuild the life that was taken away from me so that someday I could give it to my eventual children. And I had done it. I married the woman that I loved. We lived in a nice house in a good school district. And we had healthy, happy kids. Most people go through life without ever realizing their dreams. I achieved mine before I was 30. And now the dream is a nightmare. That home is a prison. I get up every morning and convince myself to live the lie for one more day. I don't know what to do. Edit. Wow, I didn't really expect to get so much feedback. Thanks to all who have taken the time to respond. Even the trolls. Some of this stuff made me laugh. I still don't know what we're going to do. There is a lot of different advice here and that has given me a lot of perspective. I think that's what I need the most right now. If nothing else, you guys have given me some new ways to think about this. So thank you to everyone who has given legitimate support no matter which side you fall on. I guess there is also some confusion about the timeline. If anyone is interested. The wedding and the start of our family were both before age 30. I am pushing 40 now. Story 2. Wife of 15 years cheated, D-Day 18 months. Hello everyone. Long time lurker here unfortunately. I just wanted to introduce myself and vent about my WW and see if you all think I'm on the road to nowhere. And basically just get this out there. I 35 meters have only ever been with my WW35F. Since we were 17. Married 15 years at time of known infidelity. We had shared dreams of a future traveling the world after an early retirement at around 45. We lived pretty well. Our small house was paid off. Went on semi-frequent long-distance holidays. Had fun. She worked the night shift. I worked during the day earning at least double, not to brag but possibly explains her wanting to stay now. So we didn't see an awful lot of each other. Sex was infrequent. But I thought we were making it work. No kids involved. We were looking for a bigger house with more room for our animals and to get away from some shitty neighbors. During this time, to try and get to see each other more, I suggested that she try for a day job, which she duly found and was pretty good at. I was teaching her to drive. Bought her a car to learn in. Things were going well for us. But that's where everything for me went to shit for me. She made friends with new colleagues. One in particular, claimed to be a 55-year-old man who she wasn't interested in like that. Just a nice guy. Who was actually in his 40s and she was very into like that. She started going to work early for team breakfasts. Staying late to get better at the job. Stuff that is normal for people in new jobs. I was always at peace with her being independent. I never had a reason to doubt her. A couple of months pass. And I noticed that our phone bill was higher than usual. And looking into it found that she had sent 50 picture messages. And 3,500 regular text messages to a new number. I confronted. And she claimed innocence. Just general chit-chat etc. I asked to see. And of course there was nothing to be found. Everything wiped. I asked to try to recover the messages. And she refused, so I had my answer. I did manage to retrieve some info from WhatsApp, months of messaging on there in addition to the messages from earlier. Lots of I love yous. And I am scared of losing yous. And plans for meetings. Of course. We had completed on the new big house with the fat mortgage payments in the middle of all of this. So I feel trapped. We committed to major life changes under false pretenses. If she wanted to leave she could have had half and that would have been a nice clean split. But she begged to try again. And after 18 years of happiness I decided we should try to see if it could be workable. Obviously no full disclosure. Trickle truthing. Only admitting to information I was able to find myself. She says sex was only once. Never gave head, never at all for me. But I see him messaging her about where her head was going to be. I know there is more. And have accepted that there was all sorts of wild shit going on, but I can't get over her not admitting to it. She says it's all on her. She's fucked her life up and she's sorry. But that's it. She hasn't made any real effort to repair the damage she did since. I have brought books to read. Suggested podcasts etc. etc. But she's intent on rug sweeping. She says it's in the past. It will never happen again. Let's just go back to normal. As you all know. There is no normal after that kind of betrayal. I can go weeks without it being brought up with her. But it eats at me every day. I want a nice life for me and her. So I bury it down and do the best I can. But I know that's not how we get over this. I just want to see that she understands how hurt I am. And talk with me about how she has changed so that it won't happen again. I want to see that she takes it seriously. Day to day we are okay. Get along well. And I am sure could be happy. If she would only be honest about what happened. But she doesn't want to think about it. Or confront the fact what she did was shitty. It's been 18 months now. And I still don't have the answers I need. But my day-to-day life is okay enough that I don't want to force anything without good reason. But the longer that she refuses to address my concerns and questions, the less and less I give a shit and just think of a clean break. I don't want to see her destroyed or destitute. But I don't want to be disrespected and demoralized for the rest of my life either. I have been a very easygoing, passive guy to now. But that seemingly led me here, so I guess I need to sack up and do something. Something has to give. But I know it can't be me. TLDR. Wife of 15-year cheats with work colleague. Commits us to large house. Refusing to address my concerns, feeling a bit shit. Thank you for watching.